Welcome to the Goldfinger Minute, where every man has a story to tell and a reason to come to the Philippines. So stay tuned for some amazing stories.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Goldfinger for the Goldfinger Minute, and I have today
Justin.
Hey, Justin. And Justin just got off the boat. Really. He came in. Did you fly in today? Or yesterday?
I flew into Manila about a month and a half ago, and I
really?
took a ferry from Manila all the way down here to Dumaguete.
Today. But it's 30 hours.
It was, yes, scheduled 28 hours, ended up being delayed a bunch of hours, ended up working out well anyway. But, I've been in Dumaguete for about 2 weeks now, and I've got scheduled another 2 weeks, but who knows, what's actually going to happen.
So I'm curious, you actually contacted me for a scooter.
Yes.
And I haven't met you before, and you haven't been here, you told me, 17 years ago.
Yes.
I assume in the service?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. U.S. Navy, they brought me here a couple times, and then I came here one more time on vacation because I liked it so much. And I just knew I would always come back.
All right. So I roped him into coming into the studio and said, let's do it, because I like impromptu.
Yeah.
So, and then, now, you've been here for 2 weeks, but you haven't had a scooter yet. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I'm scared to death of driving anything in Asia. Yeah, it's definitely different here.
You know how to ride, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I've been riding for years.
You've been riding for years. Okay, well, that's a plus. So all you have to do mostly is watch out for the other guy.
Yeah.
It's the other guy that's going to hit you.
Yeah.
So if you don't go fast, speed kills. So if you take it slow and keep your eyes open and follow, don't pass.
Yeah.
You get in a week or two, you'll be perfect.
The merging is quite interesting here. Making left-hand turns, you just kind of go against the flow of traffic until it works.
They don't have rules. There's no rules here.
Yeah,
and there's not a whole lot of police to enforce any rules.
No, well, that's at least I won't get in trouble.
No, you won't.
I get in real trouble.
No. And so, where were you living in the USA?
USA, last place I was, it was in Maine.
Okay.
Upper Northeast. I've lived all over all the coasts, east, west, and south. And, that's, like I said, I've always wanted to come back. I knew I'd always come back here, and here we are.
Have you traveled to other countries?
I have been to quite a few with the Navy and on my own or with other work. Yeah, through Asia, a little bit of Europe.
Have you been to Thailand?
I've been to Thailand because I was going to last year come here, and then I decided, well, you know what? Before I come to the Philippines, I've always wanted to check out Thailand. Might as well.
What did you think?
It was great. The food was great. I am going to go back. There's medical things I think would work out better for me over there.
They have wonderful medical.
Yeah. So
best in the world, I think, from what I've seen.
If it's as good as the food, I'm going to be in good
they
hands.
have better food. Everything here is fried. It's not the sugar. They're fried in sugar is the Philippines. That's
what I'm trying to, always trying to lose weight, but the food here,
it's tough.
It's a challenge.
It's a big challenge. Thailand, you can get good food, plenty of seafood, and better quality, better cooks, I think. Yeah, that's true. Now, have you been to Vietnam?
Not yet. That's why we're getting the scooter here.
Excellent food there.
Yeah, getting the scooter here, getting used to driving and riding a bike in Southeast Asia.
God.
I'm not going to go.
Vietnam is worse.
Oh yeah, not looking forward. Well,
Vietnam has 5 times as many scooters on a street as here.
Absolutely insane.
Not too many cars, but 5 times as many scooters, and they go every which way.
Yes.
And they don't always have lights. So good luck with Vietnam.
I
didn't even try.
Jeez.
Say I didn't even try. I just hired. It's so cheap there, though. It's cheaper than the Philippines. Food is phenomenal. I think even a grade better than Thailand, which is hard to believe. Language, no English.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Thailand, little English, only maybe in Bangkok.
In the resort places where I was at in Thailand, I got along just fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
But here, of course, English is, I'd say 90%.
Yeah, it's a second or third language here, I believe, right?
Well, it's actually coming up on first because they're teaching English now in the schools to the generation now. But if you get it with older folks here, I'll say 60 years Filipinos or older, not so much English.
Yeah.
But the younger ones do.
I'm working on my Tagalog slowly.
Oh, really?
So, where their English is lacking, maybe I'll be able to make up for it elsewhere.
Cool.
So,
And what did you do when you were in Maine, or what is your source of income?
Well, I'm a disabled vet. That's I'm just going with that as my income. So
that is your income.
we'll
disabled vet.
Check that box, and it's I was able to just scrape by barely in the United States, and that's actually one of the reasons I started, really being influenced in coming this direction, Southeast Asia, is because I know I can afford it over here, and I know I can get by. Like I said, I've been to the Philippines before. I kind of knew what I was getting myself into.
Well, what did you do when you were in Manila? You said you were in Manila for over a month, right?
Well, yes, I'm working on my SRRV, the resident visa. That is, they changed it recently where it's actually I am in that slot where I can get that. I was surprised to see that I could get that resident visa. I'm 45 years old.
But your service, you're 45, yeah. Did they drop the age?
It is, I believe it's either 40 or 45. And all I know is when I looked it up, I saw it's like it had my name all over it. So here we are.
Is it 1,500 or 1,800 now?
Oh, for the price?
Yeah.
The
money you have to put aside.
Money you have to put aside. It depends on your age. I think for me it was $3,000. If you're older, it's like $1,500. If you're over 50 years old, I believe. But then there's a million other ways to do it too.
I know they have a lot of levels. There's a lot. It used to be simple, 1,500. It used to be over 55, I think.
Yeah.
Or 50, and then it used to be really simple. But now they've made ranges and different.
Yeah. So speaking of it being really simple, I decided, well, I'm not gonna. I probably could do all the paperwork myself, this and that. Well, I've got a visa agent, and so that's
what is the agent charging you?
Oh, heck if I know. It's probably just a few hundred. Oh, yeah, I couldn't even tell you right now. It's just so many different piles of money, and I came over here with a pretty good pile, one big pile, and just got put in a bunch of different ones. So.
Well, you have. Once you get an SRRV, you're kind of you're starting to get rocks on your back. So basically, you're kind of getting roots here. I hate to call it rocks. Well, you're getting roots.
Okay? Yeah, I'd rather have roots than rocks. That is true. And what is nice as well to that, if you can shake off the roots if you want, you don't even need to have a permanent address while you're here on the SRV, which is
that's
amazing
cool.
to learn. And so that being said, and you can depart the country as many times as you want. You can stay out as long as pretty much as long as you want. As long as you do your yearly, for me, I think it's $100
once a year.
Once a year, and that's it. I can actually.
And you don't have to be married to a Filipina,
right? Yeah.
And you haven't been married yet, so that kind of fits in.
Yeah. It's like I said. I saw the SRV how they said it was, and it's like it had my name all over it.
It's not for me though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because there's actually I'll eventually marry Carolyn. We're not married. We've been together for over 3 years. She's perfect wife material, but I've been married. And I just don't want to get married again. It's just not in my blood, okay?
Yeah, it's like
the SRRV, I'm not a vet, so I have to put up quite a bit of money. I'm trying to remember how much it was. It was quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much it was? I can't remember.
I know I've looked at old numbers, and I didn't concern myself too much with them.
20,000.
Yeah, upwards of 20,000. I was thinking 25,000.
Yeah, it's 20, 25. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to tie up 20, 25,000 for anybody. Right. So that's about what about. So I'm retired too. Okay, so I was on disability, but not from the service. I got hurt anyway. So what did you do? So you worked. What did you do in the service? That was the last time you basically had a full-time job.
Well, it's yes and no. I've worked since I've been out. But when I was in the Navy, I started out as a welder. I was a welder for 4 years.
Oh, very good.
And then my second 4 years, I ended up doing quality assurance inspections on submarines.
Wow.
So basically watching other people work with my notepad in my hand, making sure they put the right O-ring in, covered in the right grease, and torqued to the right spec. And
do they tax you on your income from that?
Even
though you're on disability?
I'm safe I'm safe from taxes in the States and over here for my income.
So you could do that here too?
Well, with the type of disability I'm on, I can't work. If I worked and made over a certain amount of money, that would prove that.
Last I checked, for me, it was several years ago. But for service, I don't know. For disability on service, I don't know. But for me, I was disability Social Security, not through the, not as a veteran. It was $900 a month. I'm sure it's up from that. They raise it every year.
I think I have to. If I make over like $10,000 a year, then I'm considered to be able to work, self-sustaining type work.
And if you do it 3 months in a row, you probably lose your benefits and things like that.
So I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm sticking with the program.
Okay,
all right. It.
But don't you get bored?
Yes, yes, I do.
I like to keep busy. Okay, I have many hats I wear, so I like to do different things, and one of them is helping other people get over here, which is why I have the studio.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I keep busy. Anyway, so what do you think so far? Now you haven't been married. I'm sure you can't help it. Girls will come to you, and ask you questions like, "Oh, where are you from? What's your name?
Well,
are you married?"
I'm pretty good at keeping my head down, but
Really?
yeah, it's quite a difference from the United States.
Oh yeah,
and,
you're very approachable here,
yes,
regardless of age, looks.
Yep.
You know what's really funny, and maybe you could hear me out on this one. Is I found that people are handicapped, guys that are handicapped, they're walking with a cane, they're in a wheelchair, or they're even blind, find the most beautiful Filipinas and the nicest ones easier than anybody else.
Those bastards.
I know. I'm like, how the hell is this? But
I gotta give me a cane.
because they just like to help others. It's just in their blood to help. That's why they become great nurses.
Yeah.
So you've been approached.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really good at keeping my head down. So I'm not ready to get into.
There isn't anybody in particular that you really.
Oh, not at all. I'm taking it so slow. It's unbelievable. I'm pretty sure no one would believe it.
Nobody would believe it, huh?
Not at all.
Let's see. I'm looking a little white. I'm going to see if I can get some color in. There we go. So, but any girl that you spend a little time with?
No, told you.
No.
I'm reclusive. I know it's out there. I know I can do it. But it's just this is just it's also a mental health journey I'm on. So
Okay.
So yeah.
Are you have any health for eating and for food purposes? Are you vegetarian? Are you meat eater? Are you low carb? Any of that stuff?
I just try to. I'm trying to eat more vegetables. Obviously, than it's supposed to be more healthy, right? But
the Philippines is tough.
I don't have any strict dietary anything really. I mean, I eat my oats in the morning and maybe in the afternoon too, and I think that helps out with a lot of stuff. But yeah, generally I just try, just like you're supposed to. Don't eat the fried stuff. Don't eat the sugary stuff. Well, there's a lot of fried sugary stuff here. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank
There's
you.
sugars in everything.
I'm gonna need it. Yeah.
Carolyn brought me sausage for breakfast, and I took one bite and go, "It's full of sugar."
Pure sugar. I learned that when I was in Guam, longanisa. I'm like, I'm going to try Filipino
that's
breakfast
exactly
sausage.
what it was.
I'm like, wow, that's sugar. That's pure sugar.
Yeah, in the U.S. they don't have sugar in longanisa.
They put it elsewhere, but it's in your face sugar.
It's in the
here.
bread. It's in everything.
It's in the milk.
They'll make a hamburger patty and it'll be sweet, and then they'll put a pineapple on top too. It's like what the hell?
Yep.
So anyway, you got to watch the food here.
Yeah.
And when you ask for a hamburger, you got to make sure it's actually beef, unless you like a pork burger.
Oh, you know what? To me, that'd be a pleasant surprise, unless I was, just going for a beef burger that day, like at a serious hankering for it. But
all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy to go.
Yeah, you're okay. Now, have you found a place to stay here?
Right now, Airbnb is the way to go for me because I'm going to be going back to Manila for a little bit to finish up the SRV. I've got to, swear in and all that stuff. And all I know, once I get that SRRV, like I said earlier, I'm free to roam the planet. I don't have to stay in the Philippines. I already have that. It's basically my
check out
my residency here. If something happens and I need a place to go, I can always come back to the Philippines.
Check out Vietnam. Since you're single, you don't have anything to hold you back. Definitely check out Vietnam.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that. But as far as roots in the Philippines, so far Dumaguete seems the place to be. American friendly, expat friendly, and if I'm going to learn about the Philippines, it's better to learn about it from people that have experienced it, that speak my language. So I'm here to learn from all the expats.
Well, a couple big advantages. One is they speak English, mostly. Yeah. The other one is they're very easy on visas. Okay, if you go to Thailand, not so easy. You won't be able to stay long term.
Right.
You'll have to leave every year.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's pretty much the same thing with Vietnam. It's a communist country. It's pretty tough. The people are friendly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know it's communist.
Yeah.
They're very friendly towards Americans. They have no animosity or anything like that. Very friendly, very nice. No English.
Yeah.
No English.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they went to school to try to learn English, and they're being helping tourists, with taking them around to tour. Right. They don't know English. Okay.
Yeah.
And but it's cheap.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive.
Yeah.
Food is very good. Amazingly, food I think is good or better than Thailand, which is hard to beat. Medicine, probably not. Thailand's the best medicine. And you said you wanted to do something with medicine. What is it that you needed?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's various things. I've got just stuff that takes a long time. You basically get in line to do in the United States.
They make you wait forever.
To go see a doctor is 6 months, and then from there you get you got to do a consult with somebody else. Well, I got to wait another 6 months for that consult. So it's just various things that have stacked up. I'm not.
Thailand they pick you up at your hotel. They take you into a hospital. It's a one-stop thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait months. Maybe just a day or two at most.
So in the States, if you don't have someone to pick you up from the hospital, say if they just put you under for like a simple, 1-day procedure you're not getting chopped up too bad, but they still put you under, you need a person to pick you up. Well, I live by myself. I really don't have any friends that were going to pick me up. So, I know they have their services.
And they would accept an Uber. Last time I was there, they would accept Uber.
Even like a veteran service, there's a disabled veteran, there's DAV, right? So they can provide you, they can pick you up and stuff like that, but they're not going to take responsibility for you, just in case there is an emergency. So, and I couldn't stay at a hotel locally. So yeah, I actually had to cancel one thing because, anyway, it's going to keep it short if I can.
Is that crazy?
But yeah, like you said, Thailand, it doesn't matter. They have people for that.
And the cost of medicine in Thailand, even though it's superior to the U.S., the deductible I would pay in the U.S. as a retired person would be more than the full payment in Thailand.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's something else. I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you, it's a lot cheaper to leave the U.S. U.S. is not cheap. People don't realize how expensive. Maybe they do now, but the U.S. is expensive.
Yeah, and Thailand, and people might wonder why Thailand is actually a medical tourism destination. Like they have packages, and even if the something's a little inflated because they know you're a foreigner coming over, it's still a good deal.
Yeah,
it seems like it anyway. Who knows?
What are your hobbies?
Hobbies. I used to scuba dive.
Okay,
so
great place to scuba dive.
Yes.
Vietnam's the best. I'm sorry, Philippines is the best.
Yes, especially this area is supposedly a little south of here even. It's supposed to be really good. So if I can get myself in good enough shape to go do that again, that would be awesome. We'll see about that.
We're going to send you the ebook. I just got your email address. You just put it in my phone, so I'll send you that. Yeah. And then you'll see in there's like 2 pages just on Justin Carmack. Justin has a dive shop, about 1 or 2 kilometers south of here.
Okay.
In Darwin.
Yep.
And there's several dive shops, but I like his. Critter Resorts, I believe it's called. Okay. Or Critter Republic. I can't remember which. But he has a resort now. It used to be Critter Republic, and I think they're calling it Critter Resorts because they have a place to stay there. And they teach, and he's very good. And he has instructors. So he's right on the ocean.
So scuba, that'd be great. If I can't do all of that, at least snorkeling, because I'm sure the water is clear enough to do that too. And I'm sure there's destinations where, if not off the shore here, that a boat will take you somewhere where snorkeling is.
Yeah, he has a boat that takes him out diving. Yeah. You go on beginning. You get a refresher course, 1-day refresher. Then you start taking higher level courses, deeper waters, things like that. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I think the physics haven't changed, but the gear has. So a refresher would.
They have new gear.
Yep. So
they actually have helmets now that produce oxygen.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell that is, but you don't have to wear tanks. They actually have these filter things that stop the water but let the air in. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I've been out of the loop long enough where that is brand new. Unless it's a rebreather, which that's a whole different animal, and you don't just jump right into that.
It pulls the oxygen out of the water. I don't know how it does it, but it does it.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and they have 2 different kinds. They have one that has these 2 filters on either side of the helmet, and they have another one that's a bar under it. Justin would know about it. I don't know about it, but I've read about it, and it's amazing because I used to drive trucks, and trucks was a lot of gears. We had 16 gears, in the first trucks, high, low,
you flip your switch up
2,
and down.
3 back, and it was not easy. Your clutch, you have a double clutch. It wasn't easy, Then they got to 10 with semi-automatic clutching. You didn't have to double clutch. Now they're automatic. The semis are automatic, and...
And I did a couple years of that myself, too, yeah.
I got to answer this. We're going to pause for a second,
Sure.
guys. I got to answer this call. Oh, I lost it. It doesn't matter. All right, so we're not going to pause.
Yeah.
So
scuba diving, motorcycles is another hobby of mine. And as long as I get my shoulder working to where I can really, I guess I don't have to do too much with it.
You got hurt.
Well, yeah. just hurt myself, cracking my back. I ended up messing up my shoulder, and then
Just from cracking your back?
oh yeah, well I did it a whole bunch because my back is really hurt too.
It's crazy.
And, yeah, and then my shoulder decided to freeze itself. I unfroze it mostly, so I can ride the scooter. Don't you worry about me with your rental scooter over there.
Let me send this copy this number. I'm going to send it off to Carolyn.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit more about any relationships in the U.S. ever?
You know what? That is just a bad subject for me.
No,
really.
we're not going to go there. Okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that's okay. We don't have to talk about that. I understand. All right, so let me quick send this off to her.
Sure.
Because somebody's asking about a motorbike, and she still has my phone number on there, and I'm just going to tell her to call this number. Oops. All right, honey, call back. I got to tell her to change the phone numbers. Carolyn's now taking care of the scooter rentals. I don't have time for it anymore. I'm not riding a scooter anymore. I got hurt too many times. I'm getting to the point where my legs are weak.
Yeah.
And I kept going bigger, heavier bike.
Right. Yeah.
And I look silly on a click because they're so
Yeah.
small. So I just said, that's it. I'm done. Because I'm going to die on it. I just know I'm going to. But most of my accidents because I'm not moving. It's when I stop. I have a problem. Because when I put my feet down, I can't put any pressure on my legs. They don't have the strength.
So you just end up crumbling kind of.
So I ended up just falling over.
Yeah, it's not
I
good.
keep hurting myself. I saved the bike with my leg.
Well, yeah, that's the important part. You can grow your
Bike
leg back,
doesn't
yeah.
have a scratch on it, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
crumble. Okay,
yeah.
I'm just getting too old for it.
Well, maybe start renting out tricycles.
Yeah,
We got those.
I've looked into trikes, and the really cool ones that they have in scooter form are 3 million pesos. Now it's a bit money. That's like
Yeah.
$50,000.
Yeah, sounds like a lot.
And
yeah.
you can't rent or make any money. I'd have to charge so much.
Right.
They do have electric carts that work, but you need electricity. So a lot
There
of guys
is that.
come into a hotel, they're not willing to let them plug it in.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so unless you have your own home or apartment where you're close enough to run a plug inside your apartment, and out,
Well, you rent it with a generator.
yeah. That reminds me of like the Teslas. You see guys in the truck, they have a generator.
Generator in the
so
back,
if they
yeah.
run out of electricity,
Yeah, true off-roading. There you go. Yeah.
they're running a generator, run gas in the generator,
Right.
and then they're generating the power to run the. That's just crazy.
The carbon footprint tricks we do. Yeah.
Yes, like that's really going to save anything. Okay, so kind of ass backwards, but it works. So at least you won't get stuck if you have a generator in your trunk in your electric car and you have some fuel.
Yeah.
Even if you run out and you didn't get to the next place location, your hours worth of charge, probably less. You'll get there. It's like a backup tire.
In theory, yes.
In theory.
Until you realize someone stole your gasoline or whatever, your spark
Or the
plug
generator
fouls
doesn't run or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So moving right
Then you,
along.
then you work on wind power. You get a sail.
Yeah.
Right.
Put that on top of the
There you
Tesla.
go. Perfect.
Wind power.
Have nothing to worry about.
I don't know. The U.S. is, unfortunately, I'm not going back. It's screwed up.
It's a great experiment, isn't it?
Society has failed. We've got a mess in politics. Don't even know where to go there.
Yeah, I'm doing my
When you
best
come
not
here,
to be
we
negative
try
on
not
video,
to talk
but-
about it, but it's aggravating
Yeah.
because I'm still American. I'm still dependent upon America because I'm receiving a Social Security,
Yeah.
which is also screwed up. And so I mean, you try to,
Wait,
you
is this gonna
just
come in?
grin and bear it. You grin and bear it. There's nothing else you can say. You grin and bear it. Okay,
There's a meme
so
in there
moving
somewhere.
right along.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what's your plan on here? You're just going to check out some of the tourist locations here?
That's I'm probably going to unintentionally be touristy. Like I really have no intentions set on paper other than like find out where to buy groceries and stuff. I'm really in no hurry to do anything other than just relax and then relax some more.
Oh, okay.
And a scooter is going to get me around just fine. I always said in the States, the only thing keeping me from riding a scooter is basically how you look.
What did you ride in the States? Because you looked directly at an ADV. So I'm curious, what kind of bike did you have in the States?
The last 5 years or so, I was on several Harley Davidsons.
Okay, heavy bikes.
Yeah.
Big
as
big
as they get.
engines. Yeah,
Yep.
okay, so you can handle bikes. You have no problem. All right, I'm checking
Knocking
you out.
on
I'm
wood.
making sure you qualify.
Yeah. Knocking on
No,
wood as they
I
speak.
get 80-year-old guys come over here and they want to rent an ADV, which is a heavy bike. It's a big bike. It's easy because there's no shifting, but it still has
Yeah, it's not one of these little clicks or whatever they have.
And they go down. I tell them you should get. Why don't you start with a click? Yeah. Why don't you just start with a small bike first because the traffic pattern here is so weird.
Oh yeah, short wheelbase, light, easy to throw around, and why not? And nobody cares what you look
You
like.
can put both feet down, and you can lift the bike. You can almost lift the bike. I don't know if an 80-year-old could, but I can lift the bike.
Right.
Okay, and it's easy to maneuver, and it's easy, to get through traffic. Or it's so small, Now they want big bikes because they go, oh, I used to ride a 600.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
Yeah, and you just the longer wheelbase. You don't. If you go fast here, you're going to get in trouble.
Yes, absolutely.
Period.
Speed kills, and it really holds true here. Speed kills. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to follow.
Nobody else is going that fast, and then the cow trying to cross the street isn't going to, look up and be like, "Oh, I should not walk in front of this guy going 100 miles an hour." So.
Okay. Have you been to your Airbnb yet?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, I've been here. Or maybe I didn't say it. I've been in Dumaguete for about 2 weeks now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so I've been there.
Maybe you did say it. Maybe
settled
you
in.
did mention it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can edit however we need to.
Have you been out to the marketplace in Valencia on a Sunday?
I've
Because
not.
today is Sunday.
Right. I've not yet because in order to get to the jeepney to get me up the hill, I would need to take a trike to get down to the little jeepney spot. And you know what? I'm just going to get myself a little rental scooter out
so
here.
So you go next week. You'll stay here. So next Sunday.
That's
Go
it.
early.
Yeah.
Gets crowded.
Yeah, I'm looking for a place similar to that where I could just go and get guaranteed good fresh food, like with food stalls or whatever.
They do have fresh food there. They do.
So
and it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Went up I went up mountain a little bit yesterday with one of my Airbnb buddies a couple doors down.
All right.
And he found a place. It seems like it's just like a local gem. We were the only white people there, the only non-locals there.
Really?
And it's a river that I guess they kind of slowed down with. They made dams and little rock pools and whatnot. So they made it into like their own, just a really cool. Like I said, they had rock pools where you just sit in the water is going past you.
Cool.
There's spots where you can jump off where it's just barely
Well, that's
deep
the
enough
best
you can dive in.
places, though.
Yeah.
Not tourist stuff. That's the best places. That's
windy roads to get up there, and you wouldn't know it was there except for seeing a bunch of scooters on the side
But
of
the
the road.
Filipino people, because they've lived here and they talk to each other and they keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
That's why you're not going to find any foreigners there.
Oh, yeah.
Because they like foreigners, they don't mind foreigners, but foreigners bring their shit with them.
And then they tell more
their
foreigners,
attitude
and-
it's just foreigners fuck it up. I don't know how to say it any other way. Okay, we bring our attitudes. It's very common. Even
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I try not to be self-loathing and say, us foreigners are terrible, but look, I'm a foreigner, so, but
I know.
what can you
but
say?
we do. They get loud. They get obnoxious. We have we're rude. They're very peaceful, very quiet people. The Philippines. They don't raise their voice.
Yeah.
If they're upset, they just silent. They keep silent. They actually do us silent. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing kind of a life reset here, so I'm here trying to learn from them. If they're all these things that I admire, well, maybe I should just settle down a little bit and try to,
You gotta
keep
get
the mouth
the
shut
ebook.
and listen.
In fact, I got to take this off so I can put in the ebook information. Let me go ahead and take this down, and we'll go ahead and I'll put the ebook information right in the middle there.
Oh, there you go.
Because in the ebook we talk about that. Filipinos are very helpful, very friendly. They don't raise their voice. If they don't know something, they just say. They're typically they'll either stare at you because they don't if you say a joke from the U.S. They don't get jokes. They don't get those kind of they just don't understand jokes like that we have. Or if we copy somebody from John Wayne or some of those sayings, they don't get it. It's right over their head. If we get angry, they get silent. They just go silent and they'll just walk away. They won't argue with you. They don't
How
argue.
smart is that? That's
they
the
don't
right
argue.
thing to do.
They'll be silent. And if they don't know something, they don't say I don't know. They don't say anything negative about anybody else or anything else. They'll just say I'm sorry, sir, we're out of stock. Okay, that's a very common term. We're out of stock. It doesn't mean they really are out of stock. They just don't know what you're asking.
Gotcha.
So if you ask for a Kleenex, they don't use the word Kleenex.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and they'll just say, "No, I'm sorry, sir, we're out of stock." But it's a tissue here.
Right.
Okay, they don't use the word Band-Aid. They don't use. If you ask for a napkin, That's a feminine product.
Yeah, yeah. At least I didn't learn that one the hard way. I did learn
I
that,
had
though.
so much trouble every time I went to the restaurant. Can I have a napkin? And they'd look at me like, what?
Why is this guy?
Do you have a napkin?
Are you sure you want it?
Yeah, I felt like such an idiot. And I swear for two and a half years I did that. I couldn't break that habit, okay?
Well, that's what we've been calling them for, tens of years, right? So,
Yeah, decades for me.
Yep.
So, yeah, all right. Well, you do eventually learn, but there are some things that are funny here.
Yeah. And what's funny, to me, I was just telling someone the other day, is yes, those, English is the language, a language, and it's commonly spoken, but
Yes.
There's a lot of different Englishes out there.
Yeah.
If you're from America, American English is all there is,
accents,
right?
yeah.
Well, and then just different terms where, like you said, a Band-Aid isn't a Band-Aid. I think they would call it a plaster, right?
They do.
Yeah, so I've only heard that recently, and it wasn't from here. It was somewhere else, some like British
I
TV
went
or
to
something
3
like that.
pharmacies, and I'm going, I don't understand. Everybody's out of stock, and I don't understand. And then when I'm talking to the person right over their shoulder, Band-Aids.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they were out of stock.
Yeah.
And it even says the word Band-Aid on it. But they call it plaster. They don't recognize that name.
It's like, I'm not working on a wall. There's no holes in my walls, which I guess I don't even know if they would drywall here, or they would use the plaster I'm thinking of.
And they call tape plaster too. So if you ask for tape, that's not a word that's recognized here. Tape.
Huh.
Okay, unless you show them a picture. A lot of times you have to show a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Google it on your phone and ask for a picture.
Yeah.
They call tape plaster also.
Very
So
interesting.
you need plaster to for a box.
I was not
seal
aware
a
of that
box.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I just learned.
Tissue is used for everything. So bathroom tissue, a nose tissue, a table tissue. They're all tissues.
Okay. Yeah. No napkin, tissue. Yes.
There's no toilet paper. There's no
Yeah.
toilet paper word here. They don't want to know what you're saying.
It took me a while to figure out what they meant. What anyone meant by CR too. Like CR.
Right. Yeah. Comfort room.
I've seen like WR.
If you
other
ask for a
places, I think, or
bathroom, some of
WC.
them know, but not everybody.
Yeah.
And they'll think of a bath. It's a
Yeah.
room where you take a bath.
I think if you do the potty dance, they'll get it though.
They take things very literally.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
Very literally. But it's cool. They're wonderful people. Philippines are the nicest part about the Philippines is they even better than the language is the people. In my opinion, they're just wonderful people.
I've got no complaints so far.
Yeah.
And if I do have complaints, I'll keep them to myself.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
Yeah. So there you go.
They don't complain. They never say having a bad day or get angry or throw something or curse. It just doesn't happen.
Right on.
I
Like
know.
I said, I've got a lot to learn.
That's why they live so long, I think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
Do they?
I don't know.
Well, for what they're eating and living on, they're living pretty long for what they have.
So one of the things I looked up on my, search of where to live across the world, and there's one website to go to. It's like liveelsewhere.com or travel elsewhere, whatever. It's something like that. I think the icon on my. Anyway, one of the things that is in there, there's of course a cost of living, and one is like health. I don't know. They have it like you're going to have this many more percentage of kids if you live in this place versus that place, and or you'll live this many years longer, and it's in red or green. And
Right.
I was always thinking the Philippines was a little less than other places, but I don't know. Maybe anyway, I don't know where I'm going with
If you
this.
find that link, send it to me. I'd be curious looking at it.
It's mylifeelsewhere.com, I think. I'm not going to look it up now.
You can look it up after.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got? So you're here for a couple of weeks, then where?
Yeah, well, back to Manila. I've got to finish up the SRRV thing. Right now, my all my paperwork has been submitted. It's been about 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks, something. Not that it matters. And then I'm going to go to the Philippines Retirement Authority to finish that all up. Like I said before, I get to swear in. I haven't sworn in anything in a long time. That'll be interesting. I've noticed on their Facebook page that everybody swearing in is wearing a button-up shirt and long pants. Well, I threw out all my long pants when I got here. So
It's actually a requirement, especially when you go to court.
Yeah.
No shorts, no T-shirts. Have to have a collar.
Right.
Button-down shirt, long sleeves preferred, but doesn't have to be, and pants with shoes.
So here I am in a place that doesn't have my size clothes for the most part.
Pretty much.
Yeah, shirts are kind of easy to find. Long pants are a little harder to find. I was some helpful people on Facebook the other day helped me out, and basically just go to the mall. You just go to the mall and look around.
But you're not
Eventually
heavy, so
find
they should have your pant size. They may not have your height, your length.
Yeah, that was the main thing I was concerned
Yeah,
about.
they'll have your size, but not the length.
Right.
You're 6'1", you told me. So
Yep,
yeah,
32 inseam for the most part, usually. But yeah, I found a few pairs, but they're.
I don't think Filipinos hit 6 feet very often.
No, me neither.
They're short.
No, I mean,
You see cute little girls and they're 4'7".
There's
You
that.
think they're a child, but they're 25, 28 years old, and
there is that.
there is that. I can't believe you haven't fallen for a girl yet.
Oh, I fall for everyone I walk past, but
Okay.
I just keep my head down.
Seriously. Okay.
Oh, and all right, so I the Airbnb I'm at is right across the street from one of these call centers.
Oh,
right.
Okay. They're all.
So I went out. I was walking. I'm just going to get my lunch one day, and apparently it was shift change. So there's about 120 just beautiful women walking out, and just all the heads whipping around when I walk by.
Oh
or I say
yeah,
something,
they
and
notice you.
It's like, oh wow, this is a new thing. Like, why doesn't anyone in the United States look at me like that? Come on now.
Basically, if you go out to the province, there's still areas that if you go in the province, they've not seen a light-skinned person.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some. 10 years ago, more so, but there still are some areas that you'll stand out like us. You'll just stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And being on my side of it is, I mean, like it's it's surprising to them. What's surprising to me too. I'm not used to people being surprised by my presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them do have. I like to ask you questions. Where you been? What are you doing? And stuff like that. But it's all cool. They're all very nice though.
Yeah.
See, in the U.S., they ask you questions like that just to
Sell you
mock
something.
you or
Yeah.
something of that nature, not in a positive way. Here,
Yeah.
so a lot of people have their guards up when they first come here because they're not going to give them too much information. But they're
Yeah, I
not
am.
they're not looking to take advantage of you here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different. They really are curious. They really are interested.
Right on.
Now, Manila. I have only been in Manila at an airport. I've never gone into Manila.
Yeah. It's
Tell me a
there's-
little bit about Manila.
Yeah, so when you're at the airport, the best thing I think is to quickly leave the immediate area of the airport, and that's what taxis are for. I wouldn't walk anywhere there. I mean, I suppose you could, but there's where I went to stay in the area to do all my paperwork for the SRRV was Makati, which and people usually will.
That's a nice area.
Yes, exactly, and people they try to compared to somewhere they know, and everyone says New York City, except minus all the violent crime and all
And the dirt, and because that's an upscale area, Makati.
Yeah, it's very nice, very walkable.
Yeah.
Restaurants with good food. With
They don't
decent
have
hours.
tangled power lines, I guess, overhead.
Oh no, it's not like that.
Like Dumaguete.
No, and there's parks anywhere you walk. You can just walk, not even looking for a park. You'll find a nice park to walk in.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
So it's all groomed, cleaned, taken care of.
Pretty much.
Paved roads.
Yes. Oh yeah, paved roads. Yeah.
yeah.
Of course,
Makati's nice.
you go in any direction more than a quarter mile, or I'm not in kilometers yet. So any certain directions you can find the places that aren't the skyscrapers and are more Manila-esque. I'm sorry to put that in a bad light, but anyway, for the most part, yeah, Makati's beautiful. I mean, there are skyscrapers everywhere,
go.
and then the paved streets, sidewalks.
Of course, it's more expensive too.
More expensive, but if you look around, I was right before I came down here. I was on the fence if I was going to come down here at that point in time. Just stay up there for the paperwork. I was finding places on Facebook Marketplace. There's local towers. They're residential towers and whatnot for like $350 American dollars per month.
Do you know why that is right now? It wasn't that way.
I have no idea.
They threw 200,000 Chinese people out. And they were all in Makati, and they were also in BGC, and all the higher end places. They were all living there, and they evicted several 100,000 Chinese because of they were running a lot of scams or problems. And they're very big on not taking advantage of people, either here or abroad, or they're very worried about child pornography, things like that, which was very rampant many years ago. Okay, so there was a lady who was running some kind of, I'm going to say, house of ill repute of some sort. Okay, and they rounded up a lot of Chinese that was not following the rules. They weren't renewing their visas. They were overstays, they call it. literally went through all of the high-end areas and had them extradited right out.
Wow.
Okay? All of a sudden. This happened last year.
Their loss is my gain for
There you
low
go.
rents.
So there was because supply and demand. So now all of a sudden there's a huge supply of empty places, and a lot of them are similar to timeshares. You buy them and then you rent them out. Okay, they had a lot of empty supply. They had a ton of supply, so the prices dropped.
Yeah, and
Very affordable.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was, like I said, Facebook Marketplace. I was kind of, just testing it out and to see if I was going to stay or not. I got people down to, like I said, about 350
It almost pays to find a place and try to book it for as many years as you can. They usually won't go past 1 year, but maybe they might go 2 or 3 because the prices will come back. As the people come back.
Right, right. Yeah, if you're interested in staying,
if you're interested in staying,
get your foot in the door, get that contract.
It's good to have a base home here. Even if it's in Manila, it's good. That's a good area, Makati. So if you have a base home and it's only 300, if you can afford it, and you just pay 300, and then you leave it, all your clothes are there, your stuff's there.
Right.
It's just the way you want it, and then when you come back, it's not a new place each time because I got tired of traveling. I used to travel a lot.
Yeah. So that's why I'm in Dumaguete right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking for that base. I could have stayed in Metro Manila, Makati, etc. But I like the palm trees. I like the beach. I like the clear water. I want to relax more. And so it's, and like I said, there's more, as far as I can tell, there's more expats to get information from, to learn about the Philippines from, instead of continuing to travel around and learn everything myself firsthand. But yeah, it's getting away from the point. I think it would be a good...
From what I've heard, Dumaguete's not the cheapest town to live in.
No, it doesn't seem to be. Yeah.
And a lot older crowd here. So, 60s plus. And you're what age again?
45.
Yeah, so you're young.
Oh, I'm brand new.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
So, my book. So, you're just a kid. You may not like it here because it's a lot older and it's a little bit more pricey. I've heard of other places that are a lot nicer than here, which I'll give you some information on. I'll have to look them up. But in any case, hopefully, before you leave, we bring the bike back.
Hopefully I'll bring the bike back. That's right.
Yeah, well, hopefully bring the bike back. But when you do, I'm hopefully that you'll have a little bit of time and we'll get your input on how Dumaguete fit into what you're looking for.
Yeah, expectations versus
reality.
What I get out of it. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it is. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's about it. Maybe we can come back to another episode one day. But I think for today,
we should do one in a couple weeks and get your take on Dumaguete.
Sure.
I appreciate you coming on and impromptu and hope you have fun. You have any questions? Make sure you give me a call.
Will do.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. And be sure to ring that bell so you'll be notified when I post another video. See you then.